Hi, Robert. What do you got for us?
Hi, Andrew, Dr. Farley. Thank you for taking my call.
Yeah.
I have a simple question
Uh-huh.
that is simple for you, but I believe I'm saved by grace through faith, and I believe in the renewal of the mind. But why do I and others struggle in the flesh?
Okay. And I know it's hard for you, but I'm gonna ask you to just help me a little bit. Give me a category here. Are we talking about sexual sin or what?
Well, no, it's
Anything?
not that I've had physical sex with anybody.
Yeah.
I haven't.
Right.
But like the lustful thoughts,
Yeah.
looking upon a woman, that kind of thing.
Right. Right.
Um,
Okay.
and it's bothersome to me.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's bothersome to every Christian man and woman that I've ever talked to about it. I mean, so first of all, you're not unusual. And I think you're asking me, on one level, you're asking me a technical question. You want to know the nuts and bolts of this thing. Like, your question is almost like if I really am a child of God, if I really am born again, if I really do have a new nature, if I really have a new heart with Christ living in me, then why, oh, why do I struggle and do I get the thoughts? All right, so first I want to answer that from a technical perspective, meaning the nuts and bolts of it. It's not complicated, but here it is. So you have three parts: spirit, soul, and body. Your spirit is in perfect condition. Your soul houses all kinds of feelings. It has your emotions in there. It has your thoughts in there. It's like this room that I'm in right now, this studio here in Dallas, Texas. Well, in this studio, imagine we have a door to the outside on my left and a door to the outside on my right. Well, if we opened both of those doors and let the outside just flow through this studio, eventually you'd see here in Texas, my goodness, this studio would be filled with dust and leaves from the trees, maybe even a little trash from the highway. If you left these doors open and let whatever pass through, this room would be filled with all kinds of things. Well, that's what it's like to experience the soul. The soul is an experiencer. So I'm not talking about your spirit, which is in perfect condition. I'm talking about your soul, which experiences all kinds of thoughts and all kinds of feelings. So in your soul, you can walk by the Spirit or you can walk by the flesh. In your soul, you can set your mind on things above, or you can set your mind on things of the world. So you have a choice in your soul. It's called your will, right? You can make choices with your will, kind of like a light switch. You can flip it on or flip it off. So that's your soul. So you got your spirit, which is in perfect condition, and then you have your soul, which experiences all kinds of things. Now, that doesn't mean that this studio is evil, right? That doesn't mean your soul is evil. No, your soul goes to heaven because your soul is like an experience tank, and it's part of your humanity, and it's going to heaven. You never find in the scriptures that you're going to get a new soul in heaven. Yes, you'll get a new body, but you're not going to get a new soul. So now you understand you got three parts. One part of you is perfect in all ways, in its condition, in its experience. That's your spirit. Then in your soul, you experience all kinds of things. So that's why, Paul says, for example, if we live by the Spirit, let us walk by the Spirit. He's saying, hey, if you're spiritually perfect and you've got Christ living in you, then why not act that way? Why not choose that way? Why not think that way? So if you're asking me now, you can see how we get the thoughts. Because if I open the door to the right and to the left in this studio, all kinds of things blow in. So do I get lustful thoughts? Yes, every human I've ever met gets those thoughts. Do I get sinful thoughts presented to my mind? Yes. Does it ever stop? No. In our entire lives on this planet, it'll never stop. So what do you do about it? Well, if the thoughts are not going to stop, I guess I'm going to have to decide if I want them. Do I want them? Is that who I am? Is that what I'm about? Oh, so now I can count myself dead to those thoughts. Lord, that thought came from outside. I opened the door to that thought. Or maybe I didn't even open the door, but it hit my brain. And you know what? Having a thought hit your brain is not sin. Having a thought hit you is not sin, and it's not an indictment about your nature. Any thought can hit your brain at any moment. And you know what you got to say to that? So what? So what? I'm dead to that thought, and I'm alive to God. So get this, Robert. The enemy wants you to think you're unusual. The enemy wants you to think you're different. The enemy wants you to think, oh, well, that's just who I am. And the enemy wants you scared of the thoughts. And God is saying, look, I have already saved billions of people throughout history who had these thoughts come at them. I'm not shocked by it. I'm not alarmed by it. You just need to know who you are. And so when you can say, that thought didn't come from me, I'm dead to it, and I'm alive to God, and I got a new heart, and I don't want to sin. I don't really want to sin. I wish I could shout that from the rooftops for every believer to hear. I don't really want to sin. When I sin, I'm tricked, I'm duped, I'm suckered, but I don't really want it because I have a new heart and a new nature. So I hope that helps, my friend. Please don't be scared by those thoughts coming at you. Next time you get that thought, you can almost laugh at it and say, well, there's another reason I had to die to sin. There's another reason I had to be married to Jesus. There's another reason I had to be totally forgiven and made righteous, because I could be hit with any thought at any time. But it's not from me.